Yeah. Step onto the playground, feel the energy.
And welcome to the podcast Playground, where podcasters come to play. Today, my guest is no other than Preston Miller. What's going on, man?
Oh man, you got it, man. I appreciate you for having me, man. You know what I mean? Now this hard, man. You got it going on in here, man. I love it, man.
Man, it's all baby steps. All baby steps.
Yeah.
You know, I try to keep the playground as clean as possible, but every now and then you get a little dirty.
Yeah.
Who is Preston?
Man, I'm just a humble guy, man. That I love the Lord. I work hard. Take care of my family. You know what I mean. God just, He got some things, for us to do. So I'm just trying to tap into it, man. Just, do what He, put us here for, man. We got a purpose, so that's what it's all about, man. Just, want to be an inspiration, and be a light,
Man, so what kind of cultivated you to get into like making music? Because man, you got a long list of accolades.
Yeah. Man. Music, man, like, ever since I could remember, man, growing up, man, what really captivated me, man, when I was a baby, I saw Michael Jackson on TV,
Yeah, he was hard back then.
And then, and so when I saw it, I was like, man, what is this? Like, how did he make money? How did he like?
I want a piece of that pie.
Like, what's going on? Like this is a thing. You know what I mean? So it was like
get into.
Yeah, like so. I was going from there, man, and I just started buying CD. I bought like by the time I was like 16, I had over like 500 CDs. Like everybody's CD from Michael Jackson to Tupac, the Outkast to man, everything.
You were that hard. You talking about 500 CDs?
Yeah.
You go hard.
Everything.
DJ.
Yeah, man. Everything I heard on the radio, even if I saw a car passing by, man, I flag them down. Who that is, man? What y'all listening to?
Hey, put me on to that.
Yeah, who that is? What's that? That's hip hop. You know what I mean? That you want to be up on what's happening. You know what I mean? So I was,
stay current.
Yeah, I really was just intrigued. Yeah.
That's good, bro.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's how you stay creative.
Yeah.
If you stay closed mind to stuff, then you can't grow from stuff.
Yeah.
And there's so many different genres that you can sample from. I mean, you look at all the greats that came from before us. Mm-hmm. They sampled beats or rhythms from other genres.
Yeah.
In order to make what they have now. And even today, they still do that.
Oh yeah. It's big, man. It's real big. It's like it's something about taking those classics and redoing them and it's flipping them. It take to give it a whole another momentum to your record, man. You see, everybody they've been doing it forever.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So is that kind of what got you into DJing too?
DJ,
or was that like it was a part of the music and the love of wanting to keep the music moving?
So I like to dance, really. That's really what I like to do. I just really like to dance, so it's just another opportunity for me to dance.
There's nothing to be like.
Yeah. Give me, I can push the button and just I'm over there, bopping and man, I just music, been, like it's like it's like everything, man. I love it, so it's like a lifesaver. A lot of people, say, hip hop saved my life. The music, say it just is one of them things, man, that kept me occupied. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, DJing was just like, hey, I could do that too. So I just went and bought the equipment and, just,
I'm done.
Yeah. Whenever it's an opportunity, I think we got a birthday party coming up this month. So, I'm looking forward to doing that, just,
anything to keep that beat rocking.
Keep it going, man. This, it keep me young, keep me having fun. It's like, you gotta, stay in touch.
I know when the beat start moving, boy, you can't stop. And especially if you like when you're DJing and the energy from the crowd that you're DJing for, you feed off that energy as well.
Yeah.
So you up there just having a good time.
Having a good time. Everybody smiling. Everybody hear their favorite song coming on. Yeah. They're like, oh, that's my jam. Oh, you know, so, you know, yeah. You know, it's like, man, it's a universal, you know, thing, man. With it's just music. It's powerful, man. It's very powerful.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah. I went and did a photo, did photos for an event. And even though I didn't understand the music, I understood the rhythm. And that in itself was strong for them 3.5 hours I was there. Because, boy, me and my camera, we was over there just dancing.
Yeah. Nah. You know what I mean? Bopping, man, having a good time, man. So, you know, when I turned 19, I you know, I got to a point where I was like, I wanted some change in my life. And you know, I started going to church, started, you know, reading my Bible, started, you know, and so I was like, okay, you know, I could take this, you know, I need to take it is like I wanted to bring my love for music and passion for music to the kingdom, to you know, with the gospel.
Right.
So, you know, it's just, you know, I started making you know, making music that, you know, give God the glory and glorify him, and just, you know, that can uplift people and
keep them moving as well.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I've heard a lot of Christian rap, and I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah.
No, one of my friends lives around the corner from me. He's produced a number of Christian artists.
Yeah.
And he rap himself.
Yeah. Nah, you know what I mean? It's cool, man. It's like, you know, you can have fun, man. You could love Jesus and dance and have fun and be cool.
Yeah, without all the drama and all
right.
all the negativity that comes with it.
You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing, man. It's you know, you give us joy, you give us peace. So ain't nothing like it, man. And so I'm just out here just doing what I can, you know, one day at a time. You know,
you doing it because you just released you moved into your next iteration along that musical path, and you started putting out videos.
Yeah.
You started producing your own music videos.
Yeah.
And you just released one. And yeah, I'm telling y'all need to get out there, get on YouTube, find it, listen to it, and you won't be disappointed.
Yeah. No, you know, I you know, just want to be consistent, man, and just be diligent at it, man. And it's like it's just about, you know, just being a light, man. You know, whoever I can reach that one person, you know, that see it and just like, yo, I love this, man. You know, it made people think out the box. Like, I met so many people that was like, oh man, I didn't know you could do, you know, God, you know, I didn't know you could, you know, gospel rap, and they didn't even know it was a such thing as that. So it was like, you know, we reaching, we evangelizing, you know, and we
it's to a whole nother demographic of people, because you can only move those around you. So when you meet these folks, these people, and they don't know about Christian rap, they might have heard of it, but they really ain't heard it.
Mm-hmm.
So they think it's not that good, and it's actually really good.
Yeah, and then there's some people that's never even, you know, I'm shocked. They never heard of it, you know, and it's been around for decades, you know. But it's like, it's a sense of purpose, like showing the youth, like, hey, you don't have to be, you know, gang banging and, you know, doing that ain't how you ain't got to make it like that. I know Lecrae, I know, you know, all the KB and all these different artists. I mean, they doing really good.
Putting the word out.
Just doing, you know, kingdom. Yeah, living, putting God first. You know, they doing better than a lot of the, you know, they doing way better, because a lot of these guys, they going to jail. They going,
yeah, you know, here today on gospel rap, they just shot up 6 places. You know what? Thank God we don't hear that.
Yeah,
but
you know what I mean?
Know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to you, Tim, aka the Visionary, because sir, we've known each other a long time, and if it hadn't been for you, I'd probably be one of those people talking about some gospel rap. Mm-hmm. What is that? Mm-hmm. So Visionary, aka Tim, thank you, sir. I give you that glory for sharing that word. Mm-hmm. And you know what I always say? You getting your church on. Mm-hmm. And thank you for sharing your church with me.
Mm. You know what I mean? Nah, that's what it is. That's what it's all about, man. You know, just being that light, man, being making a difference, you know. And so that's where I'm at, man. I'm just humble, man, and you know, whatever God want to do with it, I'm content with that. I work hard, you know. I still, you know, we work. I'm an entrepreneur, working my 9 to 5, and you know, I put, you know, invest, make my investments and do my thing so I can, you know, walk in my purpose. You know, that's what it's all about, man. And
I tell you, your purpose is shining very bright because, like I said, if the video that you sent me, your new music video, it is awesome. I've listened to it twice now since you sent it to me. It is awesome, and I don't see an end for your music, putting out music like this.
Yeah, no, you know, I'm on it, man. I actually wrote that song like 20 years ago, you know, but you know, it was just like one of the ones that just was in my spirit. I was like, man, I need to reproduce it and make it better, and then take it to the next level. So I went on ahead and you know, I've been doing it. People love it, you know. So I'm just you know, just being obedient, man, and just, you know, it keep me focused, keep me grounded, keep, you know, idle mind is the devil work. Yeah.
You, not only throughout your music career, but you're also sharing that career with young kids as well, that want, young kids and young adults that want to have a better way than just gangster rap.
Yeah, nah, it's showing them, man, and you know, you be surprised by, you know, the type of people, you know, that, you know, you can reach just by, you know, being faithful and being consistent, and you know, just taking one day at a time and being authentic, being yourself, you know, and that's, you know, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about, man. So I just, you know, I'm gonna just do it as long as the Lord give me the strength to keep going, and, you know, give me the, you know, power to keep moving, man. I'm with it, man. You know what I mean?
And that in itself is powerful because you also have a podcast.
Oh yeah. We got the podcast. We got the Prexxy Express. You know, we got the Break Room Multimedia Center, man. We doing, you know, just creating the platform, you know, so we can have spaces like this where we can come in and share testimonies, share stories, let people know what's going on with us, you know, and you know, it is, you know, we ain't gotta ask for nothing. We ain't got, you know, you know what I'm saying? We got our own stuff. We gotta start having our own stuff, man. You know what I mean?
You do. I mean, it's about that, about building your own, building your community, and making connections through that build. Because everything can get to any level depending on the backing that's behind it.
Yeah. Nah, you definitely gotta, you know, build it, man. Be consistent, you know, and just, you know, be dedicated, man. Be committed. You know, we really want it. How bad? That's what I tell a lot of the young guys that be around at work, man. How bad do you want it, man? You know, you got to really want it.
You got to want it. You want it as much as I do.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like nobody ain't going to want it for you. You see what I'm saying? You got to want it for yourself. You know, so that's what it's all about. Just being just a living, you know.
A living life for others.
Yeah, man. Just a, you know, witness, just a walking testimony, man. Just be that light, man, so people can see an example. You know, I don't like to point the finger. I like to just be who I'm supposed to be.
Just be yourself.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then, you know, people could grab from that and say, okay, man, if he could do it, then, you know, where he come from, why can't I do it? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
you know?
When you take labels, you get rid of labels, you get rid of the wanna be like, and just be yourself. Life becomes easier.
It's powerful, man. Authenticity, you know, being organic, being original. It's a beautiful thing, man. It give me so much peace, and you know, I just, you know, like I said, I take pride in it, man. I want to, you know, I don't want to be, I want to be me. You know, right. I'm happy. I like me.
Right. I didn't have to wake up this morning like, me again.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You like who you see in the mirror.
Yeah, when you move, when you actually like yourself, you move differently. You don't let others sway your view. You don't let others change your mood. You can move through life a whole lot easier when you're happy being just you.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what you want and you know what you don't want.
yeah. And you know, it's a certain clarity, man. Like you know who you are. You know, so it's like whenever stuff will come, come up, arise. You have a certain clarity about it. Like, man, I know who I am. I mean, I ain't, and so you could just kind of look at it like that, and man, and just, give it to God and let Him and let Him, work it out, guide us through whatever we dealing with. You know what I mean? It's like you authentic. God want us to be to come to Him honest and be true and be, you got to be yourself. You can't come to God with God see your heart.
Right. You can't come up there with a mask on pretending to be something you're not, because He can see through that.
He see you, bro. He looking at you. He looking at the heart.
Right.
So if you looking at me, you like, why he get this, he don't look like the typical preacher, this or that. God looking at my heart. You know what I'm saying? God, yeah.
Once again,
Yeah.
if you're looking for a typical preacher, you don't like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because before there was a typical preacher, there was just a preacher.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
It didn't matter what he looked like, what she looked like. It didn't matter as long as the word was spread.
Mm-hmm.
The word "come as you are" truly means come as you are, not come as we are, but come as you are.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't move through society if I'm trying to move like you, because you did this and it worked for you. I have to figure out how to move and make it work for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And see how God moves with me.
That's the first thing He did to me, man. When I had an experience with God and in the beginning, and one of the first things He was leading and guiding me is that it was preachers on TV. You see them and you see this and that.
Yep.
And He was clear to me. He said, "Look, I don't want you to be like none of them. I want you to be
you.
I want you to be yourself." And he was like, "I'm gonna show you what that looked like, and just you gotta trust me, and you just gotta walk through it. And it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be comfortable, but it'll get better, as you continue to hold on and have faith." And right now, man, I'm like, I got more peace than I ever had. Like I'm just, man, I can't do nothing but cry out to God and shout and praise Him and just give Him the glory, man, because I know where I come from. I know where
you come from.
Yeah.
And you have a mental road map of where you want to go, but you're just gonna get in the car and just gonna drive it and trust that you're gonna make mistakes, because that's what life's about. But in the same process, He's got your back.
Yeah, just show up, man. Just keep showing. Don't quit, man. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the key.
Yeah,
that is the number one tweet. Don't quit.
Yeah, keep going, man. Keep going, man. Keep applying pressure, man. I know it's painful. You don't like it. It's a lot going on, but you got to hold on, man. And just keep pushing, and
you come out on the other side.
Yeah.
Once you come out,
yeah,
you'll have clarity. And what you do from that moment forward depends on how you use your clarity.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you'll be surprised, man. God, man, he show up in the times you least expect, man, and do things like even now, like, you reach out to me to come on here. This is a blessing, man. This is like God encouraging me, like, hey, despise not small beginnings, come out, show up, don't give up, get up, go over there, and, share, be a light, and that's what's something
like this.
Yeah.
You didn't have to send me your new release music video. You didn't have to send that to me. But the fact that you're spreading the word, but this ain't the first time you sent me your music too. And that's why I'm telling y'all sleeping. Y'all need to go on there and look him up.
You know what I mean? God, man, glory to God, man. I'm just, like I say, I'm humble, man. And like I said, I just love to just inspire people, man, and encourage people. And, just to be a blessing, man. That's what we here for. Like my uncle was a pastor, man. And I learned a lot from him, man. How he just, he helped people. He had a truck, and he just, whenever somebody needed to move anything or whatever he could do to help them, man, he was there to help them. I ain't never seen no pastor. I don't, You know, they don't know. I ain't. You know, he was one of them pastors that just he on the ground. He out here working. He out here. He be cutting people grass. I'm talking about. He just was one of them, man. So it was like it made me want to get a truck. You know, it made me want to, you know, say, hey, let me
see. But you know what though, and those are lessons that you learned by watching your uncle, and it makes you want to repeat that. You've seen it, but you had to get to that point in life where you wanted to reciprocate it. And like the playground is the one creative spot where all creatives come to play. Are you being an artist, a podcaster, a producer? Because you produce music as well. I mean, you're a 360 of creativity. And by sharing that through the word, you're inspiring youth to want to do the same.
You can do it.
Just think of how many people you're going to touch and you've touched that will later on go touch others. So you will never stop touching people in the spirit.
And that's what it's all about, man, because it's like we have to have our, you know, we so a lot of people so caught up on the vanity in the world and this and that and this book and this bag and this you know, this car, this and that. But it's like we have to get our affections. The scripture says, set your affections on things above, you know, on the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all these other things will be added. So my thing is I wanna please God. I want my rewards to be in heaven. You see what I'm saying? Yep. So when I walk in, like I said, if it's mansions, whatever it is, I'm up there. I'm up through there. You know what I mean?
I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm already. I got keys waiting for me when I pull up. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm in there. So that's what it is, man. And it's a whole nother, you know, give you a whole nother outlook and perspective and motivation and just inspiration. You know, so it's like when things happen and it's not, you know, got you ready to, you know, they want to jump off the bridge. They want to, they want to crash out. They want to. Nah, man,
it's because they chase the material.
You see what I'm saying?
And they lose track of the fact that, once again, you can get material stuff, but you can also lose material stuff. And it's still just material. It don't matter whether it's today, tomorrow, next week.
Yeah.
You only have it for then.
Yeah.
You're not going to have it in the afterlife.
Nah, ain't none of that going on, man. So it's like, what we only do, what we do for Christ is what really matter right now, man. What we doing for the kingdom, what God, what he's requiring us. Do you have a purpose? They talk about the different servants that had the talents and they went and they, you had one that hid his talent, hid his gifts and, was lazy and, negative. And you got some that, multiply, take what God gave him and multiply it into more. See what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about, man. And, he's watching us, man. He's looking at our heart. He's seeing everything. He's seeing our intentions, our motives, our, why we doing what we doing, So, when you see me blessed and, I don't look like a preacher that you just said, God see the heart. He know what it is when he want to bless, when he want to give us favor. You know what I'm saying? So
because it's not about, once again,
yeah,
it's not about the look.
Yeah.
Because the person you expect the least will help you the most.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's what it's all about, man. And, just opening up the youth mind, man. I was talking to a young guy the other day when I was doing a little job moving some furniture. And, he just really, his attitude was, I was a teenager too. I was young and, you just be so caught up. And I was telling him, look, man, get a relationship. I was telling him, look, man, get a relationship with God, man. Like, you'll be more grateful. You see what I'm saying? Because you ain't have to have this job. They ain't have to invite you to come, make this money.
Right. Because you be doing whatever you was doing and be broke.
Be broke, bro. You know what I mean? You ain't had this. They ain't have to give you this opportunity. You see what I'm saying? So you got to kind of look at the blessing.
Opportunities turn into more opportunities depending on how you treat them.
How your attitude. That's why I say, look, man, you think I'm gonna bless somebody that's mean to me or somebody that's being nice to me? You see what I'm saying? Who you think I'm gonna bless first?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Doors open doors.
Right. Your energy, your spirit, your attitude. You know what I'm saying? How you carry yourself, how you present yourself, you know, and how, you know, you react to people and you know, stuff like that, man, take you a long way. And it took me some time for that to click for me. You know what I mean? Because you just, you know, you want to do what you want to do. You know, you worry about all this stuff.
Because you think when you're young, you're like, man, I can't wait to get grown.
Yeah.
And when you grow, you're like, this is overrated.
Yeah. Yeah. You got all this weird stuff you trying to do, man. Like, you know, slow, you know, take some time, you know, take a breather, man. Stop and get your Bible, pray. You know what I mean?
Get your mind right, get your spirit right.
Yeah.
And then yourself will be right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That way you can navigate through this thing. You can heal. You can, okay, this I need to do that. Okay, what direction I need to go in right here? What perspective? Should I look at this? You know, cause stuff happen, man. You can't avoid, you know, life, you know. But at the end of the day, it's how you react to it. You see what I'm saying?
You're a better person.
That's it. That's everything. You can't stop things from happening, but it's all about how you react to what happens.
And you gotta look at it too, that if the people you started being around are no longer around, it's because you've grown.
Yeah.
It's because you've grown.
You're growing. You know what I mean? And you know, like you said,
you have to change in order to keep growing. Otherwise you stay the same. Mm-hmm. Because if you keep the same people who aren't trying to grow, then
they're not gonna grow. They're gonna hold you back, man. You're gonna be stuck, man.
Yeah, they're not gonna celebrate the fact that you did good. Because you're doing good, now you're a sellout.
It's all kind of, you know, whatever. Yeah, they wanna, you know, they want you, they misery love company. You see what I'm saying?
So you gotta shake that off, what you done, and follow your purpose, get on your grind, and know that the end of that road that's there for you is what was meant for you.
Yeah. God got it. It's about trusting him, doing what you can. You know, like my man Lil Russell got a song. He got a song called Wiggling, and in the song he say, "Do what you can and leave the rest up to God." You know what I mean? It's like that's what it's at, man. You just do what you could do and trust God about whatever else happened. You see what I'm saying? Like you just know he got to work out. I'm telling you, like if the scripture talking about him feeding the birds. So if he could feed the birds, he taking care of them. You know, we the apple of his eye. You know, he know the numbers. He know how many hairs we got on our head. So you think he don't know what you need, what you got going on next, what you want, what you is in that. But if you know what I mean, if you give it to him, if you trust him, if you walk in order and obedience, you know, that's a key too. We want to do what we want to do, be rebellious and
fight back until
wild out, man.
And look, be like, I should have just followed directions.
Nah, you know what I mean? You could have won. You could have cut all that out
and been there.
And straight. You know, you would have been straight by now. You would have been straight.
Well, look at here. The struggle's real.
Yeah. So it's like, man, you know, I'm there, man. I'm like, look, I want to just be, I'm in that space of obedience, you know, where God, I just want, you know what I mean? Like, help me be on the right track and do the things that please you. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, God, I'm praying on the way here. Like, God, show me what to say. Show me, help me. You know what I mean? Guide me, lead me, give me the words.
The one thing I do on this show here is there is nothing scripted. There is nothing planned. Because when you go outside to play on the playground, you don't prepare for it.
We just jump in.
You just jump in and have fun.
Yeah, we jump in.
And that's what this is about. Jumping in.
Yeah.
And having fun, being creative. Letting the people know who you are and get a glimpse into what makes you creative.
Yeah. Nah, I got to come back, man. Like, this is like anytime, man. You know, I'm here, man. Like, you know, I'm here, man. You know, like, whatever you need, man, because it's what it's all about, man. And you know, I just, like I say, just like want to be that example, man, be that light, and just, learn, man, and grow. Let people know, not be ashamed, man. Let people know, let people see the process.
See who you are.
Yeah.
And inspire that person that might be looking out there. Inspire that person who might not who might be a little down, but know that there's a better way, but needs to hear it.
So yeah, you can make it.
Do me a favor. Tell everybody where they can follow you, find you on your social medias.
Man, y'all can find me, man. Go to Open Word Empire. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, go to Open Word Empire on there, man, and you can see everything we got going on. We got podcasts, we got music, we doing some casting for some vertical dramas coming up. So we got all kind of good stuff going on, good content. If you go, like I say, Instagram, Facebook, Open Word Empire, OPNWORD Empire. So that's where we at.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, y'all heard it here first, so don't sleep on it. Don't play with it. Because once again, on the playground, I done fell off the monkey bars, but I'm back to the slides. So we're going to wrap this one up, but he will definitely be back. So let me get to the first aid kit because, that monkey bars hurt. So once again, I'll holler and thank you for coming on the playground.
Hey, man, appreciate it. Yes, sir.